I'm Kinglee. Welcome to my channel. Believe it!
Hey guys, Kinglee here, and before we begin the video, make sure you show some support to the original creators.
Yo, what's up guys? Senior Kinglee here, back at it with another reaction video. And I'm gonna say my old channel name again. I don't know why I keep doing that, but this is gonna be top 10 greatest anime of all time. Yeah man, let's get right into this. 3, 2, 1, go.
So let's get this out of the way first. We're never all going to agree on this list. Anime is too large and too contentious. Some shows people think are brilliant, others think are basic, and vice versa. But despite this, there are some that are ranked higher than others, due to either acclaim over their stories and visuals, cult appeal, or just accessibility. So let's combine them and attempt to cobble together the top 10 greatest anime of all time.
I'll hit it. Let me stop.
I'm Sasha Wood, and be sure to let me know how many you agree with down below. And if you don't hear your faves, don't fret. We're going to be doing tons of anime lists on this channel. Let's get into it. Number 10. Trigun. Lower on the list because this is a bit more of a personal favorite. Let me indulge myself just a little. Trigun aired in 1998 and follows the adventures of Vash the Stampede, an expert marksman who tries to be a pacifist in a violent and hostile world. With humans stuck colonizing an arid wasteland of a planet, wild West rules have broken out, because of course they have. Trigun starts off with a very lighthearted tone and suddenly gets darker halfway through, a tonal shift that is critiqued by many. However, it is working through some intriguing and biblical themes. The anime is actually an exploration of faith and the tests of one's convictions in a fundamentally hostile landscape, and how one lives with oneself if they have to break them. In terms of storytelling, that makes it unique. There are tons of tales of lost faith. They're pretty common. However, tales of sustained or gained belief are fewer and far between, and even fewer are well executed. That may put some people off, but I think all themes deserve exploration. At 26 episodes, it's a short sit, though in all honesty, the animation looks a bit shaky these days. It looks like something from its time, basically. But if anything I said interested you, check it out and see if you can catch Outlaw Vash the Stampede. Up next at number 9, Madoka Magica. This anime may look super cutesy and like your typical magical girl fare, but it is actually far from it. Instead, it is a subversion of the entire genre and very dark. Following middle school student Madoka Kaname, who meets a magical cat that grants her the power to have a wish granted in exchange for fighting witches. It seems like an easy decision. However, as we've all learned from fiction, be careful what you wish for. Or for you once fans out there, magic always comes with a price. Beautifully animated and terribly tragic, this anime may leave you in tears. With only 12 episodes, it's not very long. Its original run was in 2011, and the animation is stylized with a mix of some computer animation. A bit genre specific and not for everyone, but very good, especially if you've seen a lot of magical girl anime. Moving from magic to science, at number 8 we have Steins Gate. Part scientific exploration, part harem-based anime, Steins Gate is a slow burn that is definitely worth the wait. Following protagonist Rintaro Okabe, the founder of Future Gadget Laboratory, experimenting in time travel. Okabe may be more successful than people give him credit for. The only problem? Only he can distinguish the differences in the timelines, and some choices have negative outcomes for everybody. Steins Gate is based off a game, a visual novel with branching plots, choose your own adventure, and due to the heavy romance element, I'm gonna add dating sim to that list. With those games, there's usually one desirable ending and one girl who is endgame, but there are of course multiple endings. This anime works through these multiples with ease and creates a unique experience that is fun and avoids a lot of the harem genre tropes. It's an enjoyable sci-fi with enjoyable characters. If you want something a little different, it ran in 2011 and had 24 episodes and 1 OVA. Check it out and give it time. It doesn't hit you all at once, but sometimes that can be part of the fun. Someone who will hit you all at once is our number 7, One Punch Man, one of the newer anime on this list, and it is currently ongoing. It began its run in 2015 with season 2 in the works at the time of this recording. This show is a parody of the superhero genre in all the right ways. While it lovingly mocks its source material of many different anime styles and genres, it also works as its own story. This story follows Saitama, sorry for my pronunciation, a man who set out to become the most powerful in the world, and he succeeded. Now he can knock out any opponent with one punch. As a result, he lives a dreary, unassuming existence, also bellied by his average appearance. An enjoyable watch with great action. Even if you're not always sure what it's parodying, this anime will have you laughing and hoping that one day he finds an opponent he can defeat with more than one punch. Give the first season a watch if you're interested. At 12 episodes and with 7 OVA, you have the time, which you will definitely need if you're interested in our number 6. Hailing from 2006, we have the tale of high school student Light Yagami who finds a death note, a notebook that will kill anybody whose name is written in it. After finding it and using it, he meets the Shinigami Ryuk, the notebook's original owner, who essentially tells him his soul is now doomed. But Light doesn't care, as he plans to rid the world of all evil, killing all criminals, and becoming known as Kira. I'm talking, of course, about Death Note. The series becomes a tale of morality as well as a mystery, as Light's nemesis L struggles to determine who is behind these clearly unnatural killings. The pivotal struggle between L and Light is a large part of the show's enjoyability. Another enjoyable aspect is following, for all intents and purposes, the villain. The question of what would you do with that power was intriguing for many, and has a beautiful animation style that is heavily stylized. This show and manga were and are extremely popular, and many find it an easy anime to use as a jumping on point for their friends. At 37 episodes, it's a bit longer, and there is a certain character death that leaves many less interested, but check it out and see what you think. Is it as good as people say? In at number 5, we have the most Eastern of all the anime on this list. It's Mushishi, which ran in 2005. The flow and pace of this show is very gentle, but that in no way means it is a lightweight in terms of concepts or disturbing imagery. In Japanese mythology, Mushishi is the tale of Mushi, primitive ethereal creatures that infuse the world with their energy, creating numerous, often mythical results. Their stories are cataloged by the narrator Ginko, a Mushi master. The show is episodic and has a narrative flow, but it's not contingent on any other episode. Instead, it's a series of vignettes connected by theme, which for some will make it a unique viewing experience. And for those who want to experience a different mythology, it has that going for it as well. If you're interested, again, it's 26 episodes and a unique adventure. You definitely haven't seen an anime like this before. You also probably haven't seen one like our number 4, that being Baccano. Maybe a little lesser known, but amazing. Told in a unique non-chronological order that makes the whole show a mystery to unlock. Who did what when? And who's immortal and who isn't. Set in the Prohibition era, the show revolves around a series of characters, many of them gangsters, but also involves a paranormal plot about immortality that blends better than you'd think. And like any good period piece worth its salt, we have a train robbery. The characters are all likable and the music is amazing. This anime also has a fantastic dub, many a New York and Brooklyn accent to be found, which may work so well since the story is so Amero-centric. Airing in 2007, the animation still looks good, and at only 16 episodes, 13 of which are the main story, well, it's a quick watch, and its structure may warrant a few rewatches even. For those who watched, do you know what happened to Dallas Genoard? Down to the top 3. Next we have Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. So Fullmetal Alchemist has 2 versions. The one just called Fullmetal Alchemist, and then this one, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The reason? Well, this later version, which aired in 2009, was more accurate. The original run began its production before the manga it was based on was complete, which meant after a certain point, they just had to wing it. So it's not a bad anime, it's just an inaccurate one. This new version gave fans what they wanted to see, the actual story from the manga. The tale of 2 brothers, Edward and Alphonse, who break the rules of alchemy in an attempt to save their mother's life, and suffer the consequences. This is a thrill ride that creates a unique universe and mythos that is very easy to get lost in. However, this is definitely an investment of time. It has 64 episodes, but honestly, it doesn't really feel like it. The only downside is the first few episodes move very quickly, as it is a retread, and if you haven't seen the first series, it may seem a little rushed. But other than that, it's very solid. It makes many people's favorite anime of all time list. How about you guys? Another one on many people's lists is our number 2, Samurai Champloo. Another unique one in terms of style and soundtrack, with a cool urban vibe and a mature rating that it more than lives up to. Samurai Champloo is set in an alternate history of the Edo era of Japan. Though it does actually reference historical occurrences, they're just modified. It was actually the first directorial effort of well-known director Shinichiro Watanabe, after Cowboy Bebop. The show blends Eastern and Western influence, and it's particularly taken with hip-hop and urban culture. It also openly explores some themes of homosexuality, which is not exactly common within most anime, outside of the yaoi and yuri genres, which are highly romanticized. Hey man, the shonen format in no way detracts from the adventure, and with all of that working together, it is a fun, irreplaceable experience. It originally aired in 2004 and ran for 24 episodes. It's got samurais, swords, and a different aesthetic. What more do you need? For number 1, okay, you all saw it coming.
Cowboy Bebop, man.
No one's surprised. It's Cowboy Bebop.
I told you,
Founded
but
back in
I told you.
1998, this was a success in both Japan and overseas, and is remembered
Hey.
for its cool vibes, amazing soundtrack, and for having to this day one of the best dubs out there. The show tackled
Cowboy
some deep
Bebop.
themes such as existentialism and loneliness, with an episodic format which, while linked, left the viewer with an innate sense of the emptiness the characters felt, and how we are all slaves to time. Some of the aesthetic choices, such as the intro, are still being mirrored to this day. For many Western viewers, this was a gateway into more adult-based anime, away from the Pokemon and the Dragon Ball of which they were used to.
Hey, don't
and it
disrespect
really
them now.
solidified for many that anime could be cool. Revolving around bounty hunters or cowboys roaming the universe in the year 2071, the universe is getting on after a hyperspace gateway accident rendered the Earth mostly uninhabitable about 50 years before the show begins. Gritty with many fun episodes, and sitting at 26 episodes, this anime is definitely worth checking out if you haven't. Don't be afraid of the hype. Give it a watch for yourself and see what the buzz is all about. So those were the greatest anime of all time. Saying anything is the greatest of all time is questionable, but these anime are all great. Which anime are your favorites, and what would you put on this list? Share down below with, of course, all of the other lists you want us to do. I'm Sasha Wood, thanks so much for watching. You can find me over on Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another list.
Alright. Sasha. You damn. Hey man. I actually really like this, because I really like this list. I mean, I don't know about Trigun, because I've only seen like when it was on TV, I only seen a glimpse of it, like him right here when he's smiling. Like that's the only thing I've seen from Trigun. I haven't watched Trigun. I'll definitely check that out. But Mushi, is that Mushi? I'll go back in the video, see what it's called, Mushi or whatever that anime is. I gotta check that out, because I don't know, I kind of like mythology type stuff. So I'm gonna get the heck out of here, man. And make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.